topic is about today. When I asked in the last video what you guys would like to see, and I saw a lot of finding yourself. I saw a lot of people say they want to find themselves. So, guess what this live is about? Finding yourself. First things first, when it comes to finding yourself, I want you to recognize one thing: you're not lost. You are always a part of you. You're not lost. So when it comes to finding yourself, first things first is tell yourself that you're not lost, because you're not. You are always there. You and your inner being, you are always there. Look, my necklace just feel like it popped. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna forget my necklace. Anyway, so like we were saying, hi guys. Yes. So like I was saying, when it comes to finding yourself, you are not lost. So first things first is to remind yourself that I am not lost. When it comes to finding myself, I am not lost. I want you to say that over and over again. I am not lost. I am not lost. I am not lost. I am not lost. Because if you tell yourself that you are lost, or you don't know who you are, because that term I'm finding myself makes it seem as if you are disconnected from who you are. And you are always a part of you. You will always be... It's a loud truck, right? That's crazy. But anyway, you will always be a part of you. So when it comes to finding yourself, okay, let's first say I'm not lost. So yes, affirmations. What are your affirmations? Make a part of your affirmations: I am not lost. Because the more you tell yourself you're lost, or the more you tell yourself, I don't know who I am, what's my purpose, the more you say those things to yourself, you put in this vibration that you don't know who you are. You are always connected to you. So that's first things first when it comes to finding yourself, is know that you're not lost. You always know where you want to be. Your inner being, your higher self, always knows where you are meant and want to be. Although in the physical reality, in this 3D reality, it may seem as if I'm lost. I'm not sure. What's my next step? What should be my purpose? What am I supposed to do? Because you're looking at everything as is. You're looking at life as what you see in front of you, rather than what's happening on the inside. We control our reality. We are in control of our life. So the more you ask yourself, who am I? Or I need to find myself. I don't know myself. You do know. You are in control. You have the power. You have the energy. You have the capability. You have the right to make your life whatever you want it to be. You are source energy. So another affirmation right there: I am source energy. Source energy is all over me, because source is the universe, the divine, working with you day in and day out to create the life that you deserve. So when it comes to finding yourself, you must also note, number 2, you must also note that you are worthy, okay? Because you have to ask yourself and tell yourself that you are worthy, the same way you would talk to someone else that you love, or someone who's going through a tough time, or someone who may not be feeling their best, or in a bad relationship, or lost their job. The same way you would communicate to different people about how they feel, the same way you have to talk to yourself. Because if you just get into a bad breakup, you ain't going to say to, if you're dealing with a friend who just got out of a bad breakup, you're not going to go to your friend and say, girl, why would you deal with that? You were horrible, you're dumb, you're stupid, he had you looking crazy, you just look dumb, because I've been told your ass you should have left. You won't. You're not going to say that to those friends. You're going to say, you know what, it's going to be okay. You will find someone better. You deserve better. You deserve more. And you have to give yourself that same conversation. You have to tell yourself the same thing. So when it comes to really it's not finding yourself, it's connecting back to who you are. When it comes back to connecting back to who you are, physically, mentally, spiritually, it's all about the conversation. It's all about your words. It's all about your beliefs, because a manifestation is words, thoughts, belief, actions. So if you say in words, if you're saying, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not beautiful, I don't deserve this, I'm not good enough, I won't have the love I deserve, the money's not coming, the job I want is horrible. If you're telling yourself these things, and you spend the most time talking to you more than anyone else, so that's something you have to keep in mind. You spend more time with you more than you will anyone else in this world. So if you're constantly telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve this, where's my money, the money's not coming, I'm broke, I can't have the life I want, look at all these people, look what's happening over there, happening over there, and you're not giving yourself that that love that you deserve, and you're bullying yourself essentially, and you're bullying yourself and knocking yourself down. You turn your thoughts, these words, into thoughts, and these thoughts into beliefs. So now you're believing that these things can't happen for you when they can, okay? Because that's law. It's the law of attraction. So whatever you release into the universe is going to come back to you. So that's another affirmation. Whatever I release into the universe is what comes back to me. It's true. It's law. So if you're releasing good vibrations and good thoughts and positive energy and happiness and joy and contentment, okay? And happiness and joy and contentment and happiness and joy and contentment and more happiness, joy and contentment and more happiness, joy and contentment and more happiness, joy and contentment, all you're going to receive is more happiness, joy and contentment, more happiness, joy and contentment, more happiness, joy and contentment, more happiness, joy and contentment. Okay, so that is very true. So the more you release negativity, bad thoughts, doubts, worries, not forgiving yourself, okay? So it's never I'm finding myself, it's connecting back to source. How do I connect back to this person who loves me, this individual, this vibration within inside me that loves me no matter what, that's not judging me, that always gives me another chance, that always makes sure that I'm okay, that knows that I'm brilliant, that knows that I'm handsome or beautiful, that knows that I'm smart, that knows that I am grateful, that I'm worthy, that I'm deserving. How do I connect back to that being? And it's really what you tell yourself, what you think, what you feel. You got to care about how you feel, the way your body feels, what you're putting into your body. And in words, thoughts, those are all being absorbed. Food, what you decide to eat, all those things go into your body. All those things go into who you are. So if you're putting things in your body that do not feel good to you, you won't feel good. If you're not, stimulating yourself or moving or exercising or reading or growing, okay? And a lot of us, we take our time being busy and not being productive. So that is where the disconnect feels, because a lot of us are very busy within our everyday lives, with our jobs, with our kids, with our partners, granted, right? But when we're not being productive, when we're not using our energy and our vibrations and our happiness towards a certain place that we want to get to, then we will feel unhappy. We won't feel good, So when it comes to connecting back to yourself, you have to do the things that make you feel good. You have to do what sparks you joy, whether it be reading something new or traveling or sitting outside. Sometimes I love outside so much. I just love walking. And even when I'm not in a place where I can have like a grand walk, I still just go out to feel the sun. Whether, if being in the sun makes you happy, or whether it be giving a speech, go on YouTube, make a video, or whether it be getting organized, find ways in your everyday lives to really do what makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be what everyone else looks at as a miraculous job or superpower or being. We are all different and all special in our own unique ways. And the more you give to your dreams, your ambitions, the things that make you happy, you get more and more and more powerful and successful at them. It has nothing to do with the outside. All that comes connected with it. When you're in good energy, you're going to see the money, you're going to see the happiness, you're going to see the trips, you're going to see the love, you're going to see the people, you're going to see your best friend, you're going to meet the love of your life, you're going to all of a sudden become a billionaire, your business going to run up, the things you want, you're going to have. That all comes with it. It starts from within. So when you connect back to source, how you connect back to your inner being, your higher self, that person that knows that they love you no matter what, that you're smart, that you're courageous, that you're brave, that you're beautiful, that you're handsome, that you're strong, that you're worthy, that you're deserving, that you're talented, that you're lit, that you're fire, that you're everything in this world. Connecting back to that source, connecting that back to that inner being, comes from being kind to you, comes from loving yourself, comes from treating yourself kindly. And yes, it's easier said than done. Yes, you won't wake up all of a sudden. Every day you've been telling yourself a negative message. If every day you've been kicking yourself down in some way, if you wake up today remembering yesterday and what happened the day before and what happened last week and what happened a few months ago and what happened last year and what happened in 2020 and when this started and when that happened, of course course, it's going to take time to rewire that way of thinking. You know, it takes 60 days for a habit to stick. So if you are continually doing something for a long period of time, you're going to have to rewire it, and it's okay. You have to love yourself through the healing process. A lot of us take a long time to heal because we hate ourselves through the healing process. You can have whatever you want within a few minutes time, within a few seconds. It takes 1 second to it takes 1 second to think a good thought. It takes 1 second to think a good thought, you know, and I love that somebody just said about something about patience. You won't even need to have patience, because when you're in the vibration of doing the things that you love, you enjoy the journey. You won't care. You don't care when things happen. You won't care when things happen. You won't need patience when you love on yourself, because the more you do the things that you love, you enjoy the journey. We think the destination is where we want to be. It's really all about the journey, because when you get to the destination, the journey starts all over again. When you get to the top of the mountain, the journey starts all over again. Find a higher mountain to climb. So you really got to just really ask yourself, what do I want? The universe already knows. You ask and it's given. What do I want? Okay? What will make me feel good? What makes me happy? Okay? What makes me happy? So the more you do the things that you love, that makes you happy, and you're productive and you're growing, the better you will feel about yourself. Okay? So finding your way back, finding yourself, because you're not lost. So connecting back to source is all about you really getting into you, 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 loving you, loving you, loving you, doing you. How do I get back to doing me? How do I get into me? How do I get into the things that I love? And first, how do I do that? Because it sounds so easy to say get into the things that I love. How do I get into the things I love? Okay. Like I said in the beginning, it comes from doing simple things. You can meditate. Okay, that's so you can control your thoughts. Meditation teaches us how to control our thoughts, teaches us how to quiet our mind, so we have more focus and more concentration on being present within the moment. So we're not thinking about yesterday, so we're not thinking about tomorrow, so we're not thinking about what will happen in the near future. We're creating non-resistance. Okay, so we're allowing ourselves to just be, and everything is working for us. We don't have to try hard. But why not make the journey enjoyable? If I'm going to be concentrating and focusing, why not do it on the things that I love? So then I'm releasing good energy. I'm releasing that dopamine. I'm releasing that love, that happiness that I want. And it's coming all back to me. Coming all back to me, and everything that I've asked for. Life is not hard. Life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be enjoyable. We make life hard by our beliefs, by our choices, what we do. So meditation will teach you how to quiet your mind. All it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. I suggest meditating more, but the meditation is not about how long you do it. It's about how deep you go. And I heard that from Jay Shetty, a very powerful speaker. He said meditation is not, well, he learned in his monk training that meditation is not about how long you meditate. It's about how deep you go. And of course, in the beginning, you'll have contradicting thoughts. You'll be like, well, I can't quiet my mind. I can't do this. I can't focus. How I'm going to do this? How I'm going to do that? This is not working for me. And so many people give up on meditation because they believe that in a few seconds that life is supposed to be so miraculously different. No, you have to keep working at it. Everything is, if you want to become a master, you have to stay consistent. Consistency is the DNA of mastery. So if you want to master something, if you want something to get to the place you want it to be, highest level of degree, where you're full of concentration, where your mind, and they call it, monks call the mind a monkey mind. So when your monkey mind, when your mind is swinging from branch to branch and thought to thought and thought to thought, you can't control it. So the more you do things consistently, like meditate, you keep your focus, you keep that concentration, and you're able to stay present within the moment. That's really what you want to do. You want to meditate, okay? So meditating every morning. I meditate in the morning. I meditate before bed. And like I said, it's not about how long you do it. It's about how deep you go. And continue to, every time your mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. Oh, I have a nice breath. Oh, this breath is so calm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe in and let it go. You can say mantras and chants, and you'll go, I thought about yesterday, bring it back to the So yes, just do different things that will bring your concentration back. And then, you know, so we got through the first few steps. First is recognizing that you're not lost. You're just needing to connect back to source. So stop telling yourself you're lost. I can't find myself. I don't know where. You don't know where your ass at. Where you at? You know, stop telling yourself that. Stop telling yourself that, okay? Because you're not lost. Okay, and it's all about going within. Everything in life is about going within, no matter what it is, no matter what you want, no matter what you believe. Everything starts from the inside. But oh, I want world hunger to end, and I want this to happen. Everything starts from the inside. The more we become responsible for how we feel in ourselves and the things that we want out of life and the things that we're doing, the more responsible, the more we say, hey, that was me. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, you may have acted this way, but I chose to see it this way. I chose to make you feel this way. No one can control how you feel on the inside. Money, cars, clothes, whatever, hoes, they all get taken away. Those can all go away. They can all come and go. But the internal power of your heart, your health, your soul, your mind, that is all you, okay? This is the body. This is the home you will be in forever. You do not want to have bad company here. You do not want to have bad energy here. You want to wipe your feet off before you enter the house. You want to make sure you didn't bring yesterday in today. You want to make sure your mind is clear. You want to make sure your energy is clear. You don't have bad vibes. You ain't listening to nobody who's negative. You ain't worried about nobody who's negative. You ain't thinking about nobody who's negative. You ain't fearing about nobody who's negative. You ain't caring about nobody who's negative. You ain't got none of that going on in this house, okay? You are in control. It's never about them. It's never about what's happening there. It's never about what's happening there. It's not about what happened yesterday. It ain't about what happened today. It ain't about none of that shit, right? It's all about what you do today. Sorry, guys, my scarf is messed up. So that was our first topic on finding yourself. You're not lost, okay? I saw that in the comments. A lot of people said, can we talk about finding ourselves? I said, oh my God. No, stop telling yourself you're lost, okay? Write those affirmations, you know, do things that make you feel good, okay? Write affirmations, exercise, eat right, you know, sit in silence, that acronym of SAVER, SAVER, sit in silence, saying your affirmations, visualizing, eating right, exercising, and reading, okay? Doing what makes you feel good to become a better you. So I'm going to open the floor to topics before I hop off. And I probably will end every video like this. Give you guys a chance to say something in the comments before I go. If you have any questions, if you want to ask about a specific situation, how to handle a specific situation, how to handle certain energy, please type right away. I'm going to leave it open for 40 seconds before I exit off. Okay. And please make sure you're hitting that like button. Please make sure you're sharing, subscribing, guys. I see a bunch of people, and I don't see that many. There's been a consistent amount of people, but I don't see that consistent amount of likes. So make sure y'all hit that like button. What's going on? Okay. Oops. Oh, now I can see. I didn't even see the chat before. Hi, everyone. Anyone have a question? No, I thank you all for being here. Oh, blocking out negativity. How do you block out negativity? Is that your question? How do you block out negativity, or is blocking out negativity? How do you block? Because you can take that a few different ways. There's how to block out negativity. There's how to avoid negativity. There's how to. So if the question is how to block out negativity, okay. Friendship breakup, okay. How to block out negativity and fears, okay. So I'm gonna, and I see the question about how to handle a friendship breakup, and I love you too, thank you. It wouldn't be prominent without you. But anyway, the blocking out negativity, so when you want to block out negativity, you have to not choose it, okay? Okay, so you said how to distinguish negativity from fear. Okay, first thing first, fear is not a bad thing. Okay, so that's the first thing. When we're growing up, we were always told, you know, that the loser is a bad. We were afraid to lose because we didn't want to be a loser. There was always a winner. We were afraid to do certain. Fear was instilled, was put inside of us. Okay, fear is not a bad thing. You can use fear to your advantage. When you know what you don't want, you also know what you do want. So when you fear something, it's because you care about it. So when you see something, when you fear, when you have this pain, this weird emotion that we associate fear with negative emotion, when we see this thing, we think about it and we put so much of the teachings that we were given that, oh, if you do this, if you lose, if you fail, if this happens, if this happens. But no, fear is not necessarily a bad thing. So when we stop looking at fear as a bad thing and start using fear to our advantage, so, okay, listen, if I'm in, let's use a relationship. I'm in a relationship, for an example, and I fear that this may go. Okay, so now that I'm looking at this as a fearful thing, I'm going to ask myself, why do I fear this? Why do I fear letting this go? If I know that I am source energy and no matter what, and I get what I deserve, and I know I deserve the best, so I shouldn't fear this relationship because it could be really good for me, and I'm not going to waste my life fearing, because fear is non-existent. Fear is something that I created, and I know that if I do better, if I speak good affirmations, if I do well, this will not end how I think it will. And the more I raise my vibration, nothing can touch me anyway, and the more I give to myself and love to myself, I don't care if this relationship comes or goes, so I shouldn't fear it, because at the end of the day, I love myself more than anything else, so I don't give a fuck what happens, because whatever. So we just change fear into such a positive thing. So you can use fear to your advantage. You can take your fears and say, okay, yeah, I see this, I know it, I recognize it, I see that it's there, I see that I may not like this if this happens, but it's not going to happen because I'm not going to release that energy in there. I'm going to do whatever I can to minimize the loss. What can I do if I fear losing my job? What can I do now to make my job better, to make me feel better doing my job, to make me a better person within my job? Right? If I fear losing it, how can I use my fear to my advantage? If I fear that one day my partner and I may break up, how can I stop that? Okay, I could become a better person. I could become a better me so I can enjoy my relationship rather than worrying about whether it's going to end or not, because that's not going to help it, right? Me thinking about it is going to end, is going to take away from it being here. So what can I do to change my fear, to use it to my advantage, to make me feel better about myself, to make me feel better about the situation, to make me feel good about who I am, to make me feel good about what I'm doing? Okay, so fear is not a bad thing. If we stop associating fear with fear, because as soon as we start having fear, we think bad to ourselves. Like, why we start coming down on ourselves because we don't feel like we should be feeling this. It's okay. You're not going to always have it together. So make peace with negative emotions. 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 Make peace knowing that you'll never always be okay. Make peace knowing that it's okay to feel an opposite way than good sometimes. Make peace with that so you don't kill yourself during the time, so you don't hurt yourself during the process, so you can enjoy the journey. Oh shit, I felt a little off today, but how can I change that? Let me go meditate. Let me go to the spa today. Let me go feel good. Make peace with that so you don't hurt yourself during this period of time, because you start feeling one emotion, then you start thinking about another time you felt this way. Then you start thinking about a different time that you felt this way, and you start reliving everything. Our body doesn't know the difference between a thought and an experience, because we create how we feel. So the same amount of time you spend actually living out a bad situation, a problem, some sort of situation that happened in your life, and the more time you think about it, you're just reliving the same experience. You're just giving yourself the same experience. You're just reliving the same experience. You're just reliving the same experience. Empress, why are you repeating this? Because it's so true. You're just reliving the same experience. The more you give this, the more you give in a thought, attention, energy, and focus, the more it will live and exist in your experience. Okay, so whether it be good or bad, as law of attraction is going to give you what you're responding to. And Abraham Hicks said this. She said, the universe is responding to me, so what am I responding to? The universe is responding to me, so what am I responding to? The universe is responding to me, so what am I responding to? Am I responding to good thoughts? Am I responding to bad thoughts? Am I responding to happy vibes? Am I responding to sad vibes? Am I responding to good vibration? Am I responding to non-good vibration? The universe is responding to you, so what are you responding to? That's what you have to ask yourself. So fear is not a bad thing. Just change it. The only thing that we can consider bad is staying in a negative space. That is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. That's it. Now, somebody asks, how do you handle a friendship breakup? You don't handle it. Let it go. Trust. Have faith. If you want it to come back around, ask yourself, what can I do to be a better person to the friendship, or what can I do to be better within the friendship? Don't think about it. Let it go. There's a reason why things had to come to an end. The energy needed to change. The universe is only going to give you what you respond to. So if you want to have a better friendship, if you want the friendship to come back around, release the good energy, change the vibration, send positive vibration. And that's for all relationships, okay? Because friendship, lover, family, they all are in the same category. The more you make peace with yourself, the more you will be better to the people people around you, the better you become to the energy around you, the more you make peace with yourself. So if you want to handle any type of breakup, you want to love on yourself more, you want to give to yourself more, you want to give more to yourself, it all comes back to you. Because why did it turn bad? Because nothing is never about the person around you. It's all about what you're doing to yourself, okay? You have to realize, what am I doing within myself? Because that person can't make you feel this way. That person can't do anything to you. Only you can do it to you. So we have to, like I said from the beginning, when it comes to finding or connecting back to ourselves, we have to realize that it's our responsibility. We are responsible for ourselves. We are the ones in control. We are the ones doing it. So if somebody's making me upset, it ain't really that person making me upset. It's me allowing me to feel upset because I don't like the fact whatever that person could be doing and whatever is making them feel, it's not on me. So the more you make peace with the fact that you are in control, and the more you vibrate high, only high vibrations can come to you, and the more you change, the people around you change, and the things around you change, and the colors around you change, and life around you changes because your perspective changed. So the more you change, the more your perspective changes, the more you feel good, the more you care about yourself and how you feel and the energy, the higher you will climb, the higher you will go, and the friendships will either rise or fall off. And if they fall off, that's okay. You don't even give a fuck because you only want high vibes there anyway. So you handle any breakup by doing more for you, by loving on you, by caring about you, by caring about how you feel, by saying, I'm not going to allow this to control me, to recognize that it's nobody's responsibility to make you feel good. Lover, friend, family, mother, sister, husband, husband, cousin, sister, wives. It's nobody's responsibility to make you feel good. It's only your responsibility to make you feel good. We cannot give that responsibility to another person because they're too responsible to trying to make themselves feel good. You know how hard it is? You see how hard it is to get rid of negative thoughts and stop and worries and doubts and fears and contradicting yourself. You see how hard it is. How are you going to give somebody else the same, not only to handle their own shit, but make you feel better? That's not it. So your relationship's better by becoming a better you. Your life betters by becoming a better you. Everything around you becomes better by becoming a better you. Your money becomes better by becoming a better you. Your house becomes better by becoming a better you. From wherever you are, from wherever you stand, from whatever part of the world you're in right now, everything becomes better by becoming a better you. And that can just be by going simply to the library instead of going to the same club every night. Or it could be something as cooking breakfast instead of eating out. Or it's whatever feels right to you. You just got to change the energy and things will change. So, one last question. Okay. I'm trying to see. Okay, there we go. Yes, and please don't respond to other people's fears and what people have to say. You got to stop caring, okay? You got to stop caring about what other people are saying, what other people are doing, how they feel, how they look, how they think. Because if they were worried about themselves, they wouldn't be thinking about you. Let people live their own lives. People's choices are their choices. We all have the power of choice. Your life is your life. You have to love yourself more than anyone else in this world. You have to love yourself enough to say, I'm not going to listen to you. And if you don't, you have to ask yourself, how much do I love myself? Do I love myself enough to stay and listen to negativity, to stop my dreams and hopes and wishes because it's what somebody else has to say? No, if people were able to bring fear to you, it's because you're not high enough. Because once you go higher and higher, you're not even listening to the noise. So if people are bringing fears to you and you're starting to believe it, you got to just work higher. You just got to climb that ladder. You just got to go up. You just got to move up. Okay? You got to move up. All right, guys, I'm off of this. Okay. No, you can't save anyone. No. Not even whenever you think you're there, because there's never no destination. You can't save anyone. Somebody said it makes me want to feel I want to save someone. You can't save anyone. You hinder your growth and someone else's growth by trying to aid or disable or try to save them. You cannot save anyone. It's no. It's not your responsibility. It will never happen. We cannot control how anyone else feels. Only they can control how they feel and what they associate with feelings. So don't waste your life. Don't try to do it. Don't try to do nothing thinking you're going to save anybody, because you won't. You never save anyone. You won't do it, okay? People think that I save them and I don't. It's you deciding to choose to listen and apply the knowledge to your life. Some people will watch and not do nothing. Some people will watch and change everything. And that is their choice. So it's never on you to save anyone, because everyone has their own choice. You're going to lose yourself trying to save someone else. Save yourself. Worry about yourself. Save your heart. Save your soul. Save your life. Save everything, okay? Don't try to save no one else, okay? Work on yourself. and focus on you. All right. So I want to thank you guys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will be back. Also, comment under this video the next topic. Majority I will do tomorrow, whenever I do it.